It looks pretty good. I think it looks quite nice.
Looking good.
That's nice a lot.
What is up, everybody?
How about the chat?
Welcome to another live show. Let us know in the chat if you can hear us and see us okay, please.
So far, we're a little chat. We only have 40 people in.
Well, we started. It's 8 o'clock.
On the dot, I'm in my drop.
Cruising the street.
Nice.
Yeah. I got a room. Okay, I'll stop.
What's up, everybody?
There it is. I was like, the chat looks frozen for a second there.
Yeah, everybody in the chat, just tell us where you're from.
Do it.
We got Joey Bada Bing.
Bada bing.
Bada boom.
Home from delivering packages, catching the live show.
Nice.
Same.
I have family from New York and Pennsylvania. Bada bing.
Hopefully you all had a happy, safe Halloween.
We're actually enjoying some nice weather here in Florida. The windows and doors are open.
I got to put a hoodie on today.
It's cold
Come
out.
over here.
It's like 60s out right now, right?
Yeah.
It's
50s?
probably more like 70.
I think
like
that-
low 70s.
I don't know
What is
temperature.
the temperature?
As soon
Hey,
as it
Google,
drops under 70, I'm
what's
like,
the temperature?
it's freezing. Hey, from Australia, what's up, the Reselling Wiz?
Oh,
64.
okay. I was
Nice.
wrong.
What up? Cody, first time watching from Alabama. What's going on? Louisiana. Harmony,
We'll have
Florida,
nice weather up there.
63 degrees. 60s not colder, 70. I know. But you know
For
what?
Florida, it is.
Coming from 97 like a week ago,
About a week ago.
97% humidity. Yeah.
True.
64 feels cold. It's amazing. It's not going to feel cold in a couple of weeks if we adjust to it. But right now,
Yeah.
you don't even understand.
It's going in the
What's
50s
up?
tonight.
27 in Iowa? We don't even know what 27 is in Florida.
Look at Callie's big drink.
That's
Big
bigger
girl
than my
drink.
head. It's just Kool-Aid.
It's just Kool-Aid.
It's
45.
just apple juice.
It's banana flavored Kool-Aid.
So thank you all
That'd be gross.
160 people for being here. Now that we have some people watching, I guess we can get into today's show. As you can see by the
2
title,
minutes deep.
What are we talking about today, Ryan?
Tell us. Boring.
we're talking about, is reselling
Bored.
full-time still worth it?
Bored.
Is it? Or isn't it?
No, goodbye.
And we quit.
No, this is legitimately a question that we get all the time, because we work with a lot of people who start out reselling and then they've been watching because we've been on YouTube for over 4 years now. So they start out watching our channel, and then they get more and more into reselling, and then finally they're at a point where they're like, okay, maybe I should go full time. And then we get the question, like, is it still worth it? Is it still worth it to go full time, or should I just continue doing what I'm doing and do it part time and
Right.
hustle on the side?
And usually it's very situational.
True.
Yeah.
So that's what we're going to talk about today. As we're talking about that in today's show, feel free to ask questions in the chat, and we'll do our best to answer your questions. Doesn't have to be reselling related. We're just here to hang out with you guys. Monday Night Lives are a fun time for us, so it doesn't have to be super serious.
And if you have good, fun questions, I will always answer those before
That's
I answer
true.
a serious question.
What's up from Alabama? Thanks for the $5, Vader. What's up from Alabama? Me and my 9-year-old daughter love your videos. Awesome. Always love it when we hear kids are watching.
What is your
Videos.
favorite cookie? Ooh, that's
Straight
a good
into
one.
off topic.
Like
Let's go around.
store-bought cookie, white chocolate chip macadamia for a store-bought.
Wait.
Just any cookie.
Just
Okay.
any cookie?
Yeah.
I can
don't
make
wanna
a
pick
magic cookie?
store-bought.
No, like any actual cookie. What are you talking? Make a
Any
magic-
Well, like
cookies
I
your
can
mom
add
makes.
anything to the cookie and it would.
No, an actual cookie that you
I
had.
love white chocolate chip craisin cookies.
Oh,
where it
weird.
has like the little cranberry.
Oh, they had those at
Piece in it?
Subway.
They're so
Yeah.
amazing. And also it
Alright.
depends on where the cookie's from too, right?
Right.
But Subway's cookies are amazing.
I like
So yeah, that's one of my favorites.
snickerdoodles or shortbread cookies.
But what's your favorite?
Probably snickerdoodles.
Yeah. It's
I like oatmeal raisin with walnuts and
Oh
chocolate
my
chips.
God,
Oh, God.
believe.
How do we find a new employee?
Ben
Oh, wait, you're right.
That
Those are my
changed the
favorite
game.
cookies.
the Heath Bar cookies from Publix.
Heath Bar cookies
Right.
from
Those
Publix
the best
are
ones.
my favorites.
I'm
And
not
Publix
about that at
sprinkle
all.
cookies.
I do not like taffy.
Ooh.
Dude,
Mm.
whoever said Fig Newtons, you can leave the chat.
No, Fig Newtons are so good.
Fig Newtons
I wouldn't
remind me
say
of middle school for
favorite.
some
I'm
reason.
just playing.
So the
I'm just
Heath Bar
playing.
cookies and the white chocolate chip craisin cookies that Subway has are my faves. Mochis and puppy prison.
Updated the iPhone today. Did they get rid of square mode? I think it's just in a different section. when you go into the photo.
Also,
Yeah.
what's
You
your
have to, like-
favorite Taco Bell thing? Is the Crunchwrap Supreme.
You have to hit the
But
drop down
Moe's
arrow at
makes
the
the
top
Crunchwrap
when you open the
Supreme.
camera, and then click on the bottom on the like 5-6, and then you can hit square.
Okay, so if anyone has a Moe's in their area and you haven't ordered their version of the Crunchwrap Supreme, you must go to Moe's and order one. It will
Last time I went
change
to
your
Moe's, I
life.
shipped it too.
It's called a wrong Doug.
It's called a wrong. Well, I think that they changed the name of it. It
Oh,
was
yeah.
called a wrong Doug, and someone told me they changed it. But it's like a Crunchwrap Supreme on steroids, and it's the most amazing thing I've ever eaten. But I do love Taco Bell.
So, all right, let's get into some actual questions. Enough food.
Cheesy
Well-
gordita crunches, where is that?
Oh,
What's up, guys from Jersey? How do you guys handle return to sender packages when the buyer says it was USPS's fault and wants you to resend? I mean, I guess that would be like a case by case basis for us. Like if it was a first class mail, I would probably just resend it and eat the $5 or $6 or whatever. If it was expensive to ship, I would probably call USPS and get them to void the original label out. If it was actually their fault, get them to void the label and then repurchase the label.
because remember, what's worth your time, right? Is an hour of your time worth $5?
Yeah, exactly.
And then the annoyance of it,
Exactly.
you just got to weigh that out. Or is it the principle for you,
True.
and you won't settle? So
Decisions.
decide.
So is reselling worth it in 2020? That's the question of today's video.
2020 is a
I
weird
think if you hustle hard enough
yeah,
and put in the work, yes.
Do you think
do enough research too.
we've all been working together now for 3 years? Kelly? 4 years.
4?
4 years?
4?
For multiple years.
It's
Tugga.
okay.
I think
The doors are open and Zero hears somebody.
it was 3 years in August.
3 years. So from when you started working with us to where it is now, do you think that reselling is harder than it used to be?
Uh-oh, you're going to get locked up.
I wouldn't say so.
No?
I've learned how to do everything more efficiently.
Sorry, guys. Let me lock her
I
up.
wouldn't say it's harder.
No.
I don't know. I mean, you guys do all the buying, so I don't know about that side of it, but we're still shipping stuff out. As long as you're buying the right things, you have someone that knows what they're doing. I still have my job. So
I agree with that.
It's got to be doing something good.
I agree with that. Yeah. I don't, the only thing that's really changed for us over the years is the type of items that we've been buying. Right. And I think that that's part of reselling in general is you have to adapt. If you're always buying the exact same thing and listing things the exact same way, not changing or trying to grow your business, I think that eventually your business will just get stagnant and then it'll die off. And I hate to say it, but we've talked to resellers that have been on eBay for 20 years and they ask us like, why aren't they getting sales? And then I look at their store, I look at their eBay accounts and like, nothing's been updated. They're still listing the exact same way. They haven't changed anything in 20 years and they're wondering why they're not getting sales, So you do have to be able to like roll with the punches and adapt to the different things that eBay puts into place.
True.
So I agree with you. I don't think that it's harder than it was.
You just have to
It's different.
adapt.
Yeah. Yeah.
Chug it. No, Gina, I'm gonna chug it.
Now, that being said, I will say that I don't think that reselling full-time is for everybody. I don't think that reselling full-time is for more than 5% of the people watching this channel.
Yeah.
Like it's a difficult thing to do the right way. And I hate to, when people start reselling and they go, okay, now I'm ready for full-time when they're not ready yet. And then they fail. I hate seeing that. And it does happen a lot.
And it's really scary if you have a family and children and healthcare,
Yeah.
Like if you need good healthcare, it's very expensive to have your own healthcare. Whereas like if you work at a really large corporation and they have that discounted healthcare, a lot more times it's more affordable. And some companies like offer amazing healthcare. If you work at a hospital, you can usually get really good healthcare. So it depends on your situation as well.
Also, full-time is different for different people, right? So depending on location too, like full-time here could mean making $60,000 a year take home. Full-time in San Francisco would be making $200,000 a year.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it varies from location to location as well. So I know some people who have been full-time and who are full-time and they make 30, 40 grand a year and they live a very comfortable life. And all they do is thrift and garage sales and estate sales. So if that's all you're trying to do, I think that that's okay. You know, if you're happy doing it, you don't have to grow a multi-million-dollar business. I think there's nothing wrong with doing it.
And then like what Jamie said is I rolled into the full-time because of COVID, and their wife has a normal job with free healthcare. So boom, like that's a win, you know? And so also it would depend on your partner situation.
Sure.
Like, would it work better if you have a lot more freedom with your schedule?
Yeah.
You know, so, and I know there's a lot of families that it's like the stay-at-home mom will do reselling, and that works really well for them too, or stay-at-home dad. But typically we see the stay-at-home moms doing reselling.
I just want to say thank you to Wreck-It Ralph for sending us $1.49 and a rose. I'm assuming that's for Callie.
Hey.
High Tech Redneck says, I like turtles.
Nice.
I like turtles.
I like turtles. A lot of people ask me why I don't just go off on my own.
Sure.
And start my own eBay thing. And I totally could, but I don't want to, because I see how much work goes into everything that all of us are doing together, and I enjoy being part of a team.
Sure.
And if I did it on my own, I would literally be on my own, and I wouldn't want to do that, and I'd probably end up failing.
Although, I mean, like, we would obviously,
the type of person I am.
Even if Callie was like, I'm done working for you guys, I'm going to go do it by myself, we would probably help you get to the point where you're.
Well, yeah, I would buy wholesale from you guys.
So, and I think that, you know, that's something that in the reselling community, I think there needs to be more of, is that a lot of people put down other people and it's only about competition. It's like, I'm not sharing anything. I'm not sharing any of my locations. I'm not sharing any of my knowledge. And people get mad at us sometimes for putting on YouTube videos, sharing information. And like I said, we've been doing this we've been full-time resellers for over 5 years. Full-time. We've been making a full-time income. For over 5 years, and our income has increased year over year. And we've been on YouTube year after year, sharing more and more information. So I don't think that we've hurt our market at all by giving back to the community at all.
Nah.
Yeah. Also, 340 people watching right now. Thanks, guys. Appreciate you being here.
Woo.
Please hit the thumbs up button on the video when you get a chance. That would be awesome.
Yeah, there's little bugs that got in.
Because the windows are open, it feels nice.
Interesting question from Cody. Cody says, how much do you think having a YouTube channel affects eBay or Poshmark and other platform sales? Like, do you guys, Harry Tornado, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. I've actually tracked this because, so we have multiple eBay stores. The store that we share on YouTube, the Hip Lion, I do track that to see like where traffic comes from, and are we getting more and more sales from YouTube? And the answer is like, it's a minimal amount. It's a lot less than you would think. It's a lot less than you would think. We get more sales from our Instagram than we do from YouTube. So Instagram has been good for driving traffic on like vintage t-shirts. For sure, that's been good. And
it's better for us to sell high-end items on Instagram because eBay fees.
Right.
Yeah.
But I would say less than like 5% of our sales come from us like doing thrift videos and then putting those items on eBay and then subscribers buy them. Most of the time, it's just we list the items the right way. We're buying the right items. We do good SEO on the titles are good. The item description is in there. The item specifics are in there. Like, we're doing all the same things you guys are doing. We've just been doing it for a long time. We have an established store and stuff sells.
Wreck-It Ralph said the rose was for you.
Oh,
ooh.
Well, thank you very much.
Wow.
Mr. Buys a Lot with the $5 super chat. Thank you. You guys are amazing. The harder you work in this business, the harder this business will work for you. And Ryan, that Cheshire Cat shirt is awesome. Thank you. I appreciate it. I don't know if you can see, but it's pink. It's the only pink one I've ever seen. And it's on the legit like Andasia tag. Oh, you can't really see it.
It's very hard to see that tag.
The back's cool too. It's got the my back.
I heard your back crack.
But yeah, I love this shirt. I just got it recently.
Yeah, see, and Scott says, doesn't matter that you tell people advice because most still won't put the work in. Oh, it's gone. But the rest of the comment was there. And you are right. It doesn't matter what we do. Even I find with like our own students, when we tell them, here's a list of these 25 things we absolutely recommend you do, they don't always do it.
Sure.
Right? And like we push, like make these changes, make these changes, make these changes. And it's choosing to make those changes. And it is a lot of work to make those changes because a lot of them going back to old listings and fixing them. A lot of people don't want to do that and will only do it from the new listings forward. But at least, they're learning. But again, doesn't matter how many times we tell people to do the same thing over and over again. Most people won't do 100% of what we say. Most people won't even do 20% of what we say. But if you just do a few percent, then it's better than nothing.
And Jamie, thanks for the $5. Jamie says that touches on the scarcity topic you called me out for on YouTube. There's plenty for everyone. 100%. I'm glad that you've changed your mind on that a little bit. And yeah, I totally agree. Like there's a scarcity mindset and then a mindset of abundance is what it's called. So for us, like we think, the way that we think is we live in a country that has so much stuff, right? Thrift stores everywhere, wholesale suppliers everywhere. All it is putting in the work and finding the product, right? There's more than enough for resellers. In fact, most of the stuff ends up in the landfill. So if you really want to source good stuff, go hang out at the landfill because that's where most of it ends up.
Yeah.
Bring a mask.
Bring a mask.
And gloves and hazmat suit.
Did you see that one?
I didn't see that.
We got another super chat.
Oh,
Thank
hello.
Sap Joker.
Sap Joker. For the $2, thanks for your advice and sharing of experience. You're very welcome.
Yay.
Let's see. Keep asking questions, guys. So going back to the title of this video, is it worth it to go full time as a reseller in 2020? I think it is if you're ready for it, for sure. And I think that there's definitely money to be made. Like you can go full time. There's actually been a lot of people this year who have gone full time. Out of necessity, like they've got fired from their job, but they've been forced into going full time.
Companies went out of business.
Yeah, but I know a lot of people who are making good money now because they found what works for them, right? So like they're really good at like Pokemon cards, or they're really good at flipping shoes, right? Or like getting the hype shoe drops and flipping those. Like there's definitely ways you can have quick turnover items if you need the money fast, you know?
You really can. And then Tony asked, where did it go? If we have a set amount of hours of work that we do every day, and really for us, it's more of a weekly basis. For Ryan and I, like we know how many hours we need to put in and what those hours need to be put into per week. But for Callie, it's more of
quality.
Yeah.
Versus
quality versus quantity. Like you could take 3 hours to ship X amount of things, but if you're efficient, you can get it done in like maybe 2 hours.
I've gotten much faster.
Yeah.
With shipping.
Oh my God, Callie's gotten really
so
fast.
much faster.
Yeah.
And the thing is too, like we're not gonna like hound Callie and try to overwork her because she's gotten more efficient in what she's been doing. I think that that's a really cool thing that she's taken the initiative to make her shipping life easier. She did that without us telling her how to do it. She figured that out. So now let's say in what she was able to do in 2 hours, she can do in 1 hour now. To me, it's like, well, do what you want with that other hour.
Yeah.
Like Callie's not hourly, she's salaried. So why would we be like, hey, Callie, you did a really good job shipping faster. Now go
do this and that.
Yeah, that's like punishment. Yeah.
It's like punishment for doing a better job. So Callie, and we don't have to do that with Callie because she does it herself anyway. Mm-hmm. She'll find something else to do. Like now that she's fast at shipping, she goes and takes pictures of stuff without even us asking her to. So
yeah, like Scott says, being organized is the best way to ship faster. And you're right. Like Callie will reorganize her area to make it work better for her. And like we will, if you don't have enough table space, you need to just get another table, you know, like spend that extra $50, $60 to make your life easier in the long term. But you need to set all the Ryan
stuff out of the way
so I can so sorry.
I'm so used to it. It doesn't bother me at all.
That's one thing that I cannot get I can't fix that about myself.
So like, funny too.
I understand it though, because my room at home is messy like that. But I always like my workspace to be nice and clean.
Yeah.
But I understand it, so it doesn't bother me. And it's usually just like a few things. I just have to move from one spot to another.
Callie cleaned Ryan's office for him, guys.
I know, it looks great.
And girls. But yeah, like she literally went in there and threw out all the trash that was everywhere. Ryan just like opened a bunch of stuff and there was literally trash all over the ground. And like plastic.
He does the videos and unboxes stuff and
he just throws it
there.
Just throws it everywhere. And Callie was so tired of looking at it.
Why would you just love me for who I am?
I do. But I was like, I'm not going to clean it because that was your choice, you know? I would always go in there and clean up after you. And then I was like, am I enabling Ryan by doing this?
100%.
So I
just finished shipping early that day. So I figured
it was a really nice of Callie and it looks good in there still. Like Ryan actually kept it clean.
Nice.
I bet you if I had done that, Callie, he would have just made a mess again. But since you did it, he was like,
Let me try hard.
Traveling Salvation, thank you for sending us a $10 super chat. That's really cool of you. People can make as much as they want on eBay. Zero work equals $0. We find stuff every day that no one has and is in high demand on eBay. Vintage neon telephone, $150, paid $3 every day.
Oh my gosh.
You know what? Truer words have never been spoken. Zero work equals $0. 100%. Like that's all it is the really, when it comes to eBay, especially, like the amount of effort that you put in is the amount of money that you're going to get out of it. Yeah. I've never met anybody who's put a lot of work into eBay and hasn't made any money doing it.
No, that would not happen.
Yeah. Jamie Ortiz, thank you for the $2.99 super chat. Business calls got to run. Appreciate y'all.
What kind of business?
Go get it done.
Number 2.
Keep that abundance mindset going. Chad Baker Photography, thanks for the $5. Watching you all a while now. I finally went full-time a few months ago. I've sold over 400 items and 12,000 in sales in the first 90 days. Thank you. That's how to do it.
See?
Do it. Keep that going.
There you go. Success stories.
That's
and you just got to keep the momentum.
Oh, Bearded Picker's in here. Haven't seen you in a while, man.
What is
hello.
I'm still chugging away in your videos. Is that what you say? Callie needs to chug some beers.
Still chugging away at videos.
Oh. Wow.
Oh, at videos. I thought you meant
not
in videos. No, in videos.
Oh.
So the real question is, when are you all going to hire me? Let's talk at the virtual flea there, Megan. A lot of people ask us that, like, can we hire them to source stuff for us? And like right now, we're pretty happy with where our business is.
Yeah, we have a lot of stuff right now.
Yeah, we don't want to take on too much than we can handle. And I'm really good about buying too much stuff and then overwhelming us and having to deal with that. So maybe we can hire more people to help with that. But
and you gotta
we don't really need to.
So you have ears.
Yes. Got another comment about.
Yeah, I love that.
Look at that, Frank. Love the mentoring group. Past weekend did $500 in sales. Good job, Frank.
One weekend.
That's awesome. I love that. That's one thing that I love about the group and having the Facebook group too, is seeing people's stories go up and up. It's awesome.
And Colin asked about our margins on wholesale, and really it depends on the item and how much of the item we're getting. Like if we're buying 200, 300, 400 units, it's going to definitely change if we're buying like 50, 60 units of something.
It also depends if we're wholesaling it on to somebody else or if we're selling it individually. Like
how about if we're selling it individually?
Selling it individually, if we're buying wholesale and then selling it individually, 40 to 50% is typically where our margin is. If we're wholesaling it out to other people, 20 to 30% is where the margin is. We try, like across the board in our business, all avenues, we try to keep our total business margin around 40%. So if we're spending $100,000, we're going to be net making 40 grand. If that makes sense.
Numbers.
Didn't make sense to me. That's why I didn't go off on my own yet.
So 140 is what we'll come back
Gotcha.
With. After like paying utilities, you and Allie. Allie's expensive.
Super expensive.
I'm actually not really.
That's true. You're very low maintenance.
I'm pretty low maintenance. James asked, do you think your niche is? And right now, our niche is definitely vintage t-shirts.
Vintage and shoes right now is definitely niche, but yeah, vintage for sure. Like we're buying more vintage, I think, than almost anybody else.
Yeah, we met the right people in the right places that are, working for us. It's working for us.
Polo, thanks for the $2.99 super chat. Appreciate that. Callie will drop the. Oh, you did already. Callie will drop the link to the mentoring group in the chat.
I did.
Next round is the 15th.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
15th
so get on,
to the 15th.
Get on that list. It's the first 75 people to sign up. So.
Yeah. But guys, if you have a lot going on for the holidays, don't do mentoring this time.
That's true too. Yeah.
Give yourselves a break for the holidays if that's going to be too much for you, Thanksgiving and all that.
Do we need to register legally the business before you start selling? So that's a question for like a lawyer, I guess. But most of the time you could start out, like you don't have to have a business to start selling on eBay. You pretty much just become a sole proprietor. So you're one person, you're a one-person business basically. And then you pay tax on any profits that you make as personal income. once you start making enough money, then it makes more sense to like register an actual corporation, and then the corporation pays taxes, and then you also pay personal taxes working for the corporation. But at that point, like when you get to that point, which is another good thing about that we can talk about reselling full-time, is when you're ready to be a full-time reseller, I would recommend like registering a business and work for your company instead of being a sole proprietor and paying a lot more tax.
See, there's so much that goes into it.
Yeah.
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 Callie's already stressed out. And like the fact that you even asked her that question, she's like, don't ask me that ever again. This is why.
But I think that's an important thing to know, though, is because, this is a business. It's not when you get to a point where you're ready to go full time, you have to understand stuff like taxes and healthcare and hiring employees and paying for
scale.
Yeah. Finding wholesalers and paying utility bills. And like all of this stuff it's part of running a business. It goes from, I bought this for one price and sold it for another price. It goes from just doing that as a hobby to now you're taking care of, it's like taking care of a kid. It's like taking care of a person.
It's too much for me.
Yeah, it's not for everybody.
To do on my own.
But that's why like it works well for us because we have so many different people working on different parts. I couldn't do it all by myself. Allie couldn't, Callie couldn't. Yeah. And Ben can't do anything. So. Happy birthday, Ben.
Happy birthday, Ben.
Ben just turned 24. He's sitting right there.
Little old man.
Chad Baker, thanks for the $2. How did Sellhound work for you? Is it worth it? It's worth it for us.
Because we do a lot of shoes. They don't do every category, though. They only do
apparel. Clothing, shoes, accessories. But they do a great job with shoes. Vintage T-shirts, they don't do as good of a job. I would say like
with the pricing.
Yeah, half of the time we have to go in and change the pricing and tweak some things, but shoes, it's been great for.
Yeah, I've been really good with shoes.
And Sellhound's only in the USA right now. A few people couldn't get it in like Canada and Australia. So.
Aussie thrifters are in the chat. What's up? What's up?
Aussie.
Oi, oi, oi.
How many items do you think a decent store should have? Quality over quantity. Yeah. Quality over quantity. I mean, like I see stores all the time where people post their snapshots and it's like 2,000 items with 200 sales. Like their 60-day snapshot, right? So their sell-through rate is only 20% in 90 days. And if I go into our public eBay store, we only have 592 active items, but we have 692 sales.
That's more than listed.
It's more than 100% sell-through rate on that store.
Just kidding.
Yeah, I photoshopped that before the video. So quality over quantity. You don't have to have a 5,000 item store to make decent money. You can have 200 items listed and all 200 will sell and you'll make great money.
Right. Like electronics. That's why we like electronics because, I don't know, something about like the model number or something with a UPC. It just does really well online.
True.
But it's hard to get into electronics.
Electronics.
At what point did you guys hire someone and decide to get a warehouse and hire someone? So we worked out of our home, our 2-car garage and a spare guest bedroom until we were doing about $10,000 gross a month. And our space we needed the space.
Our buying potential.
So then we got a cheap warehouse, the cheapest one we could find that was not air conditioned and it was hot. And we
spider bite.
We maxed out that space and then we went to another warehouse. And I think only when we went to our second warehouse is when we hired Callie, right? You never saw the first one.
No, I've always had AC. Thank you.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, the second warehouse was so much nicer. It was further away. Now the one that we own is very far away compared.
So the answer to when did we hire someone is when we couldn't do it all ourselves. When did we get a warehouse? When we didn't have enough space at home.
And I was only like part-time in the very beginning, like because they wanted to go and travel and do stuff. So I would just come in when they'd go on vacation and do the shipping.
Right.
And then they realized they really needed me
so much.
And they hired me full-time.
Remember traveling? That's really cool. Traveling Salvation says we full-time sell and full-time RV. We only pick up items that have the best sell-through rate. Yeah, because you don't have the space. Like that's probably like a really good way to learn this game is to go and do it out of a very small location.
Yeah.
I think that's great. I think that's a great because you'll learn about sell-through rate really fast when you need to.
How big is your RV?
True.
Like you could absolutely run this business out of a guest bedroom if you're selling as much as you're listing in a day. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like you could. theoretically, but that doesn't normally happen.
Cute turtle.
Yeah. AC
Keep
is
asking
nice.
keep asking questions in the chat, guys. We can talk more about, again, like
Tacos.
transitioning from part-time to full-time. If that is something that you're looking at doing, I think that it's important to know like how much your expenses are, your personal expenses and your business expenses, and then save up money. Save up as much money as you can, because when you go full-time, I think a good strategy with it is to try to roll all of your profits back into the business as many times as you can. So live off of your savings while you're building your business and rolling all the profits back into the business. Grow the company, and then once it's at a point where you can start paying yourself, that's when you would actually become full-time. But I tell people, like, don't go full-time until you have 6 months of personal savings and 6 months of business expenses saved up, because something's going to go wrong.
And then, is it Arnie asked, how long before you knew you can make a good living reselling?
Amy.
And it's
an M.
okay. It is an M. From
It's
over
an M.
here, it looked like an AR. Okay, so it really comes down to how fast you scale. So you could be, it could take you 5 years if you're only listing 5 things a month.
Right.
And then you're scaling maybe 2 more. So the next month you only list 7. So that's like too open-ended.
It's all about your
almost.
drive and hustle.
Yeah, it
How
really comes
quickly
down
can
to
you get there?
Gina asks, what question do you hate to be asked? That's a good question.
I know one.
Googleable questions.
Oh,
I hate being asked when we're having kids.
that's what I was gonna say.
Oh yeah, no, we haven't been asked that in a while.
We
though.
haven't,
I
but
think
every
people
once
got
in a
the
while,
hint.
Yeah.
people are like, maybe we're old
Ryan-
enough now where people are like,
Ryan hates when somebody asks how much for a vintage shirt, and he tells them, they're like, okay, cool, I have the same one. I'm gonna list it for that now.
yeah.
Oh,
Now
That's
I
annoying.
know.
You put that on your Insta story.
Yeah.
the other day.
Well, when
Yeah.
I'll post a shirt for sale and people will ask how much for the shirt, and then I'll tell them and they'll be like, thanks. Now I know how much to ask for mine. I'm like, okay, why don't you
Cool.
block?
Blocked.
Oh
Oh my gosh.
Mitten Picker says, when are we doing a giveaway?
That's a good question.
Oh my
There's
gosh.
still
We haven't
some
done one in a
totes.
while.
And that one person from the last one
yeah.
never sent their
What was
address.
this? Their
So,
username was like X or
just
Z.
an X
It was just
or
an
Z
X.
Oh,
It was an
we could
initial.
do a giveaway tonight.
We could give away the tote bag. Yeah.
Yeah,
tote
that was
bag.
unclaimed. We have to give
Where's
one
is there
to
a
Aaron
tote
and
bag?
Ollie. They never got a tote from us.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
There's still like 5 or 6.
Okay, cool.
We can give away a tote bag.
Yeah, no, we can definitely. I was just saying, don't forget, because I keep forgetting.
Hey, check out this really quick though.
Maybe
What
we'll
is
just burn the rest of them. So
That's
nobody
mine. You
else
said I could
one.
have it for $5.
Check out this shirt that came in the mail today. Isn't it cool?
So cool.
I bought it hoping it would
All
fit
over.
me, but it doesn't fit me.
Fits Ryan like an affliction shirt.
I mean, the cherry Pop Tart's not my
Tight.
favorite Pop Tart,
Oh, it's a
but
good one, really?
It's just the shirt's amazing.
that brown sugar cinnamon hits hard.
That's true. Colin, thanks for the €5. Is that euros? Yeah. If you were to start all over again and sell only clothing, what would you focus on, eBay or Depop?
Only clothing?
Only vintage clothing, Depop. If it was only vintage clothing, Depop.
Yeah, but general clothing, eBay.
Yeah, general clothing, eBay, vintage clothing, Depop. Yeah.
Oh yeah, someone asked earlier if you could only sell on what platform, which one would it be?
It's probably still eBay. Like,
Yeah.
actually,
Instagram?
maybe Amazon. Like, if we had to choose only one, like, you can't sell on any other platform ever again.
Oh gosh.
But there was no chance of you getting like banned from Amazon, or you were fully ungated, maybe.
Oh
Certain
yeah,
things.
fully ungated would
You're
just
making
be
all kinds of
amazing.
new rules. You know how hard that
The
is?
only
Yeah.
the only thing about that is like we would never be able to sell used clothing, so I couldn't sell vintage. Yeah, so
True.
eBay. It would be eBay. Yeah.
That's mean. Someone said, "Question: is Allie afraid of spiders because there's one on the wall behind her?"
I don't like that. All right, how should we give away this tote bag? Also, is there one I can show? Can I go find one?
I
Is there
don't know.
one
No,
somewhere?
I'll kill a spider. I just like
Is there a
cockroaches.
tote bag somewhere?
Um,
You can think of?
Yes.
Grab one, show people. How should we give it away?
Give it away. Give
Give
it
it
away.
away, give it away
now.
Give it away.
Oh, I have a good one.
Do you now? You think quicker.
It's not really reselling related, but it might be one that like
a true follower.
yeah,
might
like you would have to be a really true follower.
Have you been here from the beginning? Give it to Bruce.
A good question.
Ha, bag, tote bag.
This is what your tote will look like, and you have to send us your address, or you will not get it.
All right, here, let me type out the answer so Callie knows.
Low battery.
Focus. There he goes. Type out the answer. And if no one gets it, then I can clue it out.
Got it.
Okay? All right, here we go. It's going to be after Callie types in go. Whoever gets this wins. What's my favorite band? Mine. Go. What's my favorite band? Go.
This should be quick.
Ben, you can't answer. Bruce said kiss.
Oh, got one.
You got one?
Yep.
Okay, hold on. I got that one right there.
Yes.
Okay, we have a winner. Man, Grateful Dead was a good guess because everybody knows I love Grateful Dead t-shirts. But the answer was, which the song should have given it away, right?
True.
The answer is Red Hot Chili Peppers.
Congratulations, Thai girl in America.
Thai girl in America.
I love me some chicken pad Thai.
You win the tote bag. Did you hear the question?
Your favorite band?
Yeah.
Red Hot.
Nice, babe.
Chile.
Nice. See, I like asking questions like that, though, that people...
That's amazing.
It's a tough one.
A lot of people knew that.
Yeah. Right? A lot of people had good guesses, though, too.
I lost some water.
Someone said NSYNC. Bye, bye, bye.
Bye, bye.
Chris, it's whoever we see on our side first. We have the live chat pulled up, and I matched it on Callie's and on mine. So it may look like you got it first on your side, but
you had
it shows as first on our side.
Sorry.
Because look, there's a lot of people saying I got it before, but it shows on our side. Yeah.
Ooh,
that was a big crack. Careful, if your mom's a chiropractor, you shouldn't be doing
that. I didn't force it. Well, I just turned my neck.
It's so hard not to force it, but I've been doing really good at just doing that instead of
forcing it. And it's also not good to crack it all the time because you can make it hypermobile and something will jam. But
I almost just said, you know what else you can crack? Ben knows. From the podcast today.
Oh. Julie, the Tesla's great. Let me check.
I'm so sad that I sold mine.
We've put a lot of
your Tesla.
Oh, you're talking about the stock.
Yeah.
The Tesla. 29,000 miles on it. No, that's a lot.
I'm getting
a lot.
We got a super chat from Flip Your Dollar.
Flip Your Dollar. Thanks for the $5. Even though have bad taste in music, so and block. Just kidding.
Oh my gosh.
That's awesome. All right, keep asking questions. Where are we at? 8:37. We got plenty of time left, so ask as many questions as you want.
Benny asked if we read any comic books, and if so, what? I don't read any comic books, but I really love the comic book culture.
True. We need to start watching.
I haven't sat down and read anything.
I just saw that Dragon Ball Super is on Hulu. All the episodes are on Hulu now, so we need to start watching that. I saw the first 60 episodes, but I never finished it.
I think I got just a little bit further than you.
Imagine not liking Red Hot Chili Peppers, right?
I read that as Robert Paul Champagne for some reason.
Ooh, Callie, this one's for you.
What is it?
Craziest shipping horror story. Do we have any crazy ones?
No, we've just mixed things up. I've done it. Callie's done it. Have you done that?
I mean,
done that.
My craziest. It's not something that we shipped, but my craziest one is
the return you got.
Yeah.
Oh, that gross return.
There's a video.
Oh.
Yeah.
We made a YouTube video about it. Someone sent us back it was like a junk drawer full of grossness.
Bags full of red looking.
Yeah.
But we don't have any crazy shipping stories. I mean, the worst that's happened to us is we've mixed up people's orders. But.
Like the other day, I had to void 2 labels. And then reread texts from Ryan because there were Instagram sales, and I had to make sure I had the right 2 shirts for this person and these right 2 shirts.
True.
Because originally this person only had 1 shirt, but then the next day they had another shirt. So that's not horror, but
we haven't had
labels.
Horror shipping story.
Oh, really? Vegeta or Goku?
Neither.
Majin Vegeta to be.
Oh my gosh. Derek asked, when are you guys going to get Allie a new car? My car is just tutting along. Future us.
Yeah.
I'm going to get an electric car.
Yeah.
So we don't know what, though, because there are so many electric cars coming out. I want self-driving, but then also, there are some really cool electric cars coming out. So we'll see. but it can't be.
How do you say? What word is that? Trade. What is that?
It's Chianti.
Where are
don't
you
know.
reading?
Vinyl for t-shirts? The super chat? No.
Trade.
No. No.
Frusciante?
My next car is a unicorn. Yes.
Jesse, thanks for the $5. Just wanted to say thank you for all of the great information you provided everyone over the years. You'll never know just how much you help us. Oh, that's awesome. Thank you.
That's
Appreciate it.
amazing.
Those comments are the ones that like that keeps us going for sure. Like anytime we're, you know, like the other day, the last video, the one that I put out today, actually, that video, I was sitting at home and I didn't really want to make a video. And then I was like, well, what video would, one, I like to make, and then two, would actually help people out. And then I just started typing. I'll pull up a Word document and just start typing out a video idea. And I was like, okay, that's one that I think I would want to watch. So
I don't think I watched that one. What was it?
it's good. It's the one that I did back there. It was my 9 favorite categories to sell in on eBay.
Oh, actually,
You
that
were-
would be interesting.
You were out and then you came home, remember? And you were like, what are you filming? And I was procrastinating, not filming the video.
That's right.
And,
And then I got home and Ryan's like, peace, I'm out. Ryan's like, gotta feed her. Oh, I'm gonna make a video.
Would you be interested in opening a rag house? Interesting question. Why or why not? Personally, no, because it would be too much bulk to deal with. Like I wouldn't want to deal with that much inventory coming in.
We just have too much going on in our lives personally.
And
like,
it would smell bad, right?
oh,
Yeah, I mean,
Florida's hot.
we could open a rag house in that. Like our other warehouse is 6,500 square
We
feet.
could have our own bins.
Yeah, it would be like that. But we have ideas for that now. Yeah.
So many.
Ben put the link to the weird box that the person sent us. Thanks, Ben.
Nice.
Good evening, Dennis. How are you?
Good evening.
I currently sell full-time on eBay. I sell Pokemon cards. It's a really big grind. Just started
Yeah.
new eBay store to list used clothing. Any advice? Just stay consistent. Like obviously do your research and make sure that the items that you're picking up are actually selling. Pokemon cards are so hot right now that when you list them, like someone's going to buy them. Clothing's different. You have to find the right buyer, and it's going to take longer to sell stuff. So keep that in mind. Like your sell-through rates on clothing is going to be a lot less, I think, than Pokemon cards.
And thank you, Julie.
But I also think it's smart that you're doing that you open another store and you're focusing on another category, because I think Pokemon cards, that's a cyclical market. It's going to go up and then it's going to go back down.
A what market?
People be calling me on Monday night.
Cyclical.
I learned a new word. Cyclical? Cyclical.
Cyclical.
Cyclical market.
That is a big word.
Cyclical.
Ryan knows big words.
Cyclical.
Oh, guitarist for Red Hot Chili Peppers.
You know who knows the
Oh.
most words of anyone I know? Your
My dad. My dad knows so many words.
So
I
many
swear he like
words.
reads dictionaries.
Yeah, I think he does.
He's a smart guy.
He's
Smart guy.
extremely intelligent. And your mom is extremely intelligent as well.
She is.
You have very intelligent
What
parents.
happened to me?
You know, you
Uh,
have
Started a
smarts.
business and then another business.
Did anyone else trash their Pokemon cards like 10 years ago? We'll always regret. No, but I
Nice.
have a good Pokemon card story.
What
Want
is
to hear it?
Yeah, I do.
So this was in 4th grade when collecting Pokemon cards was all the rage, and there was a girl in my 4th grade class, and
Oh. Oh.
she had a holographic Charizard, which that was the one that you wanted to get. back then, right? And I didn't like her, so I bent her holographic Charizard card in half. And it was,
bully.
I know it was bad. It was very bad. She had these long nails, and
Oh, she got you
she
bad?
grabbed my arm,
So you
and
deserve
she
it.
like dug her nail into me and scratched all the way down, and I started like bleeding. I had like scar on my arm.
She
for a
wears
while.
a lot of
I don't-
black eyeliner now.
She did.
Oh my gosh.
I don't remember exactly why I did that, but yeah, that's my.
What was
Pokemon
her
card.
name, first and last?
Wow, I don't remember. I think it was like
Wait, what grade did you say?
4th.
Oh, so I wouldn't know this person.
It was like Beelzebub or something.
And then
Yes.
Florencia asks, what's the benefit of having 2 or more stores on eBay? Isn't it better to focus on only one?
Yeah, if you can,
That's really a good question for you.
if you have a store that you just have a bunch of stuff on, like if you're thrifting and garage sales and stuff, you really only need to have one store.
Yes.
But if you want to focus on, let's say you only want to focus on one category, and you want to go really heavy into that category. But then you also want to have another store that's the thrift store items. But let's say you get a wholesaler and all they do is you buy and sell dog treat toys.
Dog treat toys.
Pet supplies.
Pet supplies. You
Yeah.
just roll it into that.
So now you have a store where you can sell all your thrift stuff, but you don't want to mix in the pet supplies into your thrift stuff. You want to get known on that store for selling only pet supplies. Then you can start that store. And, on eBay, people can follow your stores and they can save your items. So if you're getting a lot of wholesale stuff, a lot of replenishables, and you can keep reloading those same items.
Right. If you have a direct contact with a supplier, if you're going to private label products, that would make sense.
Yes. So yeah, I mean, I think it is what it is. You can do both, or you can have more than one store if you want. Yeah, we use promoted listings. We use them a lot. It does help. Yeah.
Yeah, I saw the promoted listings question. I was like, that's a good one it works for us. Like, how often? I feel like whenever we look at the sold.
Half the time.
And eBay does explain how that works.
This never
Pretty well.
Kissy cat. Wrong. Don't list items in all capital letters. It does not. It's really bad to do that. Actually, it'll hurt
Unless
your
you're being
SEO. I think you're
facetious.
kidding, but don't do that. Yeah, listed in all caps is not good. Is weed legal in Florida? It's medicinal. Yeah.
Not recreation.
Yeah, not recreational yet. But when it is, they're probably going to tax it at like 30%.
True.
And
Wow.
then they're going to be happy because they're going to get all kinds of tax dollars.
Is the mic farting?
Is
Did
it?
someone say that?
Yeah, your mic is messing up.
Oh
again.
no!
Uh-oh.
It must be my laptop. It looks like it does it at I think it did it at 45 minutes the last time too. Maybe it's YouTube because they did the same thing at 45 minutes.
Weird.
Um,
Does it sound like little farts every once in a while?
How often?
can hear just fine. Yeah, sorry. I mean, if the mic's messing up again, I don't know. I'd have to switch computers, I guess, next time.
Everyone's saying sounds good to me. I was rubbing my hand on the couch. I just
It
realized.
says about 10 seconds. Huh? Weird. That's so weird.
It's got to be the computer.
I mean, we can run the live for another 10 minutes and then.
Yeah.
just enjoy the fart noises.
Yes, I hear the farts. God, I don't know. That's weird. It's got to be my. It's either
We're
my
just
laptop-
very gassy.
We're it's all very gassy.
I thought you just had no shame.
No shame.
We're just gonna talk through it and
And speak more loudly. No. Loud noises.
works for me. My shoppers are old ladies. Again, you're welcome to do that. All we can do is tell you the facts, and the facts are if you put all caps in your titles, you're not gonna do well on eBay. So
Right.
you can
Or
do what you want.
Google's search engine as well.
You don't have to listen
won't
to our
do as
advice,
well.
but
And that is direct from eBay. That's not our opinion.
Yeah, it's not an opinion.
That is a fact from Google
Facts.
to eBay and
Facts.
to eBay to us.
Thanks.
Yes.
You guys are the reason I started on eBay. That's awesome.
Yay.
You
4
are
months
the
now.
reason.
Congrats.
That's a good question. Do you prefer to list items on the high end and send offers, or in the midpoint and wait for sales? So we'll list. We don't list like the high. We will list higher than other people. I think one because we have good feedback on our stores too. So we can kind of command a higher price. If
You
you're
make a good listing, right? Like good quality photo. Really explain the item well. We fill out all the item specifics.
yeah, little farts every 10 seconds.
Well, it's not me now. I made sure that my hand's not rubbing against the couch. I think that I was just my finger.
That's so funny.
Do we
No,
look
we
things
don't
up
pay
on
for it.
TerraPeek? It depends on the item.
TerraPeek's built into eBay now, so it's in the resale on eBay.
What
So
were
we
we
do, yeah.
using to look up items? And it wasn't TerraPeek. There was something we were using a while back because the sold comps disappear after a while. Or it will,
TerraPeek.
it is TerraPeek. Okay, I thought there was another external thing we had used.
TerraPeek.
Okay, I thought there was something else.
Can you make it full-time selling on just one platform? Yeah,
Yes.
100%.
You definitely can.
Yeah.
But we do recommend that don't put all your eggs in one basket. The reason we sell mostly on eBay and not other platforms is because we're so busy with YouTube and we have so much going on in our lives that you can only handle so much.
Yeah.
But it's definitely beneficial to sell on 2 platforms. And we would recommend you do so, depending on what you're selling, right? This does better on Poshmark. Men's does equally as good on Poshmark as eBay, but you will always get more traffic to your eBay store than your Poshmark store.
And
Costs
yeah,
more,
and like
takes more time.
focus on the big platforms. You know, it gets a lot more traffic than Macari or Poshmark, or not that you can't sell on those platforms, but eBay gets more traffic. Amazon gets the most traffic.
Right.
So if all you're trying to do is sell the most amount of stuff, Amazon's the best place to go. But Amazon's kind of boring, in my opinion.
And it's hard. Like somebody can just find the same supplier that you found if you're private labeling an item and buy more of it and then undercut you. So it's really difficult to stay competitive. You're always finding a new item. So there's the stress of that too. Because you can get stuck with stuff. Like we've known a lot of people who their shipments came Amazon and somebody already undercut them and they're like kind of SOL on that particular item. So you just got to be careful.
I'd say when you're first starting out, you should stick to just one platform.
I agree.
And really figure out what you're good at, what sells well,
what you find in your area.
You don't want to list the same thing on 2 different platforms and have it sell on both and then have to go through all of that. Just focus on one until you really hone in on it.
Yeah, we know people who are selling vintage items on Etsy and making a bang for their buck.
Yeah, you can get the most money selling vintage on Etsy. It just takes longer to sell.
Much longer, but wow.
All right, Kissy Cat, keep doing what you're doing. You
Dennis
got 10,000
says they can't
feedbacks.
stop laughing.
Listen,
I hear the fart noise.
Like I said at the beginning of the video, sometimes if you're stuck in your ways and you've been doing what you're doing for such a long time and you don't make changes, then eventually your business just does this, and then eventually it does that. And if you don't want to adjust with the times and make changes, go for it. It's not my problem.
And if it's working for you, continue. But if it stops working for you, then do make the changes. But I always tell people, we just try not to be Blockbuster, because look what happened to Blockbuster.
Exactly.
So we're always trying to grow with the times and do what we're told is best by eBay, who in turn they were told by Google that this is what's best. Like the white background. We don't like the white background, but it's best for Google. And eBay knows this. They were told this by Google, so they're telling their sellers. Ever thought about making mochi shirts? You guys are going to love what's coming soon.
Yeah, we're working on a new line of merch. Coming out soon.
Working on it.
8:52. Should we get the doggos? The rest of it?
Chick Rocker likes your shirt and my shirt.
Thank
the
you.
puppies.
Your shirt is totally
let's get the
awesome.
girls. Come on, dogs.
Doggies.
I know. Guys, sorry about the what's considered vintage with t-shirts is 20 years or older.
20 years?
But I mean, there's mid-2000s tees selling for $200-$300 now. So
come on, geese.
Reminded me of that one movie. What's that movie called where she like trains the geese to fly?
What's this? Want this?
Come here, bro.
The trick her to come over here. Come here. Come on up.
Yeah.
Come on up. Zero, want this?
Such a ham.
Now we can pretend that the farts are coming from Mochi
instead of you.
It's loud.
All right.
Hey, say hello to all the YouTube fans and friends.
Is it better to listen at any time? I've been making scheduled listings and posts every afternoon. We find that in the evening works better for us. So posting around like 9 p.m., 9 p.m. Eastern time.
Yeah, but if you're going to do an auction, if that's what you're asking about, make sure it's not at a weird hour. You want it to be good for the East Coast and West Coast.
Yeah. We use a Rollo printer for our thermal printer.
It is, but in the beginning, don't spend your money on a Rollo printer. Like grow first before, if you're shipping at least 20 things a day, then yes, a Rollo printer is going to be good for you. But if it's only a few things a day or a week, don't invest in a Rollo printer. Yeah, well, at least people are laughing because of the farts and the bullshit.
It must be going hard. Like, it's farting like every 2 seconds.
That's not the mic. Yeah, the fart sounds are just merging from the other side. Thank you, Gina. That's really nice of you to say. Gina said, "Love you guys. Thanks for everything you do and for the fun chats. I highly recommend your mentoring program to anyone who's got it. Helped me so much."
Oh, yay! Because you made the changes that we suggested.
Changes.
Zira looks big when she sits forward. Sit further back so you don't look so big.
It's that head.
Baby.
Well, cool.
She's got the cutest
454 people watching. Thank you guys for taking the time to be with us tonight.
Yeah, thank you for being here and
don't forget
telling us if we've helped you, that we've helped you. It really does mean a lot to us, and it actually does kind of like fuel our fire and keep us going. And it really inspires Ryan to make the videos that you made that will be really beneficial. Just like the biggest bang for your buck kind of a video. So thank you so much for just watching us and supporting us and being awesome. And please hit the thumbs up button on this video. And if you didn't watch this video I posted this morning, go watch that one because it is a good video and there's some good tips in there too. So. And yes, we do know who Daily Refinement is. We actually did a conference with Chris a long time ago now. Like we were so small back then.
Chris Lynn.
Chris Stefan. Now we're bigger.
Chris posted that he just recently actually hit 10,000 items on the bay.
10K on the bay.
He finally did it.
Do you know how tall Chris is in person?
He's tall. He's
really tall.
6'4".
Oh, whoa. For sure.
For sure he is. This is Mochi's favorite dance.
You don't realize how tall he is until you meet him in person. You're like, oh my gosh, you're so tall.
It's like when people meet us and they don't realize how small we are.
I know. Ryan and I are not tall. I'm not short either. I'm the average height of a woman in America. I'm 5'4"3/4. Ryan short.
Guys, I'm so glad that you guys are enjoying these fart noises. I wish we could hear it. I so wish we could. I'll listen back.
Go back and listen.
But it seems like it happened right at the 45-minute mark. So,
that's weird.
But who cares? You guys
send
are.
Your computer to
keep
Eric.
the fart.
Yeah, you guys are awesome.
Keep the farts.
Oh my goodness. Ryan's a really good teacher. He actually is a really good.
Thank you.
Tried to teach me how to do a better squat today, and it was significantly better in 5 minutes.
See?
So there's that. I'm
squat
awful
with
at
weight
squats.
or just like body weight?
Just body weight. I was leaning too far, so I had to widen my stance.
Oh, spread them legs.
Keep
what you gotta do. Dog ASMR. Mochi's sounds. They actually used up to make a bunch of, I think it was Star Wars sounds.
Bridget wants to see the squat.
She's not
actually very disappointing.
We would have to move the whole laptop camera setup.
Okay. Yeah, it would be bad. Oh my gosh.
Oh wow. If you sew holiday face masks, they're selling like crazy. I sold 500.
Wow.
That's amazing. Good for you.
Do that.
On Etsy, did you sell them?
There are so many mask products that I see now.
Buy some fabric and do that.
Yeah.
But I won't.
It's Cherokee Main's obviously taking our mentoring because the answer to taco says neither. It's clearly burritos.
Ooh.
That's pretty accurate.
Dang, that's amazing. Oh gosh. I don't know. I love tacos.
The next show title, Flipping and Farting. Dude, at least you guys are fun.
Oh my god.
Squat and fart. Fart and squat.
And we did a giveaway, so next week we'll have to do another giveaway.
Make sure you email us.
We could do a beanie giveaway next week.
Totally.
Okay, next week, guys, you heard it. We're doing a beanie giveaway.
You can do beanie. We got new art out soon.
Zero's just sitting here. She's just happy to be held.
All right.
I'm bringing one
don't
of my
put the
cats
bulldog
next
down.
time to show you.
You should.
Oh, if anybody's looking to adopt a cat, we have 2 beautiful cats at our ranch.
/4.
There are more coming. Yep, there are 2 more but they're not as friendly as the ones I'm trying to.
I think they're just older and more cautious.
Smarter.
The younger ones are just like, feed me now.
Yeah. Oh. We fed them a lot.
Thanks for the $5, Allison. Appreciate it.
Yes, thank you, Allison.
It's the only way that I know it's Monday.
Are you snow coning down here?
Heard that. I want to meet you.
Oh yeah, she's currently snow coning her way from Alaska to Florida.
To Florida.
Right? You're on the
really?
road? No, we just said
Okay.
that.
Should be like,
Oh, that would be so cool. I get it.
Yes.
Because
I get
they're
it.
snow cones.
It's like they're cold.
And they're
And
cold.
like Alaska.
Sorry, I'm sorry.
Need a quick recap in late. Is the Flip Life still going well?
It is.
Quick
if you try hard enough.
We should just recap this whole show.
Okay, ready? 1 minute recap.
Fart.
Don't sell online. Bye.
No.
Everyone quit what you're doing.
Gosh.
Just kidding. Love you guys so much, and we'll see you on the next one.
It's 9 o'clock already?
Monday, yeah.
It's 8:59.
8:59.
I was trying to end it.
Okay. Here, I'm just going to sit here until
Can the cats be shipped? No, they probably hate it.
Everyone's asked that already.
I know, but please, if anybody is looking for some sweet cats, I think a boy and a girl, and they're under a year old. One has blue eyes, one has green eyes. So
They're gorgeous.
options. They are beautiful and super friendly.
Follow me on Insta for weekly updates.
The cats.
Callie's World.
And we are trying to fatten them up. They even got flea medicine put on them.
They got some
'Cause
food.
I'm that person.
You got me for a second. The time
What?
changed. I know the time changed.
Yeah. I was really confused
Fall back
today
now.
because
Alright.
I was like, oh my gosh, it's already 7, you know, I was doing things around the house. And then I looked at my phone and I was like, it's 6? I hadn't changed the time
Just
on
ended
the
it.
It just ended on me. You're such a jerk. Oh, wow. Okay,
See you guys.
fine.
See you guys later.
Bye.
Bye. Wow. Wow.